Jan Malone, your dementia mentor, and today I want to talk about the third most common form of dementia, and that's Lewy body dementia. So let's talk about Lewy body dementia. Lewy body is actually a very common disease. It affects an estimated 1.4 million individuals just in the United States. Because Lewy body symptoms can resemble the more commonly known diseases such as Alzheimer's, it is often a misdiagnosed form of dementia. In the red circle of the brain, you will see that it is in the parietal, the temporal, and just on the verge of the occipital. And this is where Lewy body dementia is, and also where Parkinson's disease is within the brain. Lewy body disease presents in three ways. Tremors that may lead to Parkinson's. So you may notice in the beginning that they have some minor shaking, but when you're getting in several years, let's say, into the disease and the tremors become worse, they may go also into full-blown Parkinson's. It's memory loss that's usually mistaken for Alzheimer's. But over time, 2 or more years, then you'll see that there is more distinctive features that will lead to a diagnosis of Lewy body disease. In a small group of people, they may present with symptoms such as hallucinations, behavioral issues, and difficulty with complex mental activities. So what is an example of a complex mental activity? Well, we're going to talk about just what answering the phone involves. So first, you have to be able to hear the ringing of the phone, and then you decide whether you're going to answer it or not. Next, you have to have motor skills. That's either lifting the receiver, or if they have a cordless phone or a cell phone, to be able to push the talk button. Next, they have to have language skills. They have to be able to say hello, and then they have to be able to understand the conversation when that person says hello back and beginning to engage with them. There's also social skills. So they have to be able to interpret the tone of the voice and begin interacting. Most of us, we have a handful of people that call all the time, whether that's our spouse or our kids or a good friend. They generally don't have to introduce themselves. You can hear their voice and determine who they are. That's not necessarily the case with somebody with Lewy body disease. Also, like when your kids call and they say, "Hey, Mom," you know if this is going to be a good call or, "Hey, Mom, this is not going to be a good call." Lewy body proteins are a sticky matter, and they're formed in the brain stem. They deplete dopamine, which causes your Parkinson's symptoms, the tremor of the hands and feet and head. What is dopamine? Well, it's a chemical that sends messages between the brain and the nerve cells. These abnormal proteins are diffused throughout other areas of the brain and thus causing disruption of the perception, the thinking, and the behavioral issues. The slide to the right shows you that little gray matter within the cell is what a Lewy body actually looks like. So what are the symptoms of Lewy body? First, you're probably going to notice impaired thinking. And that's both in planning and in processing of information. Another key is they lose the ability to process visual information. They just have these blank stares. They may be at the beach that they totally love, and then they just go blank. Same thing, they may be watching TV, their favorite show, they're engaged, and then they develop this blank stare. I kind of say it's like the lights are on, but nobody is home. You'll also see fluctuations in cognition, attention, and or alertness. So 1 minute they're engaged, they're talking, you think they're in pretty good shape for the day, and then boom, you lose them. And who knows, maybe a minute later, maybe 2 hours later, they're back with you. Big fluctuations in cognition. The tremors. Usually in the first diagnosis of Lewy body disease, they think it's Alzheimer's and you don't see any tremors. Usually the tremors are going to develop a couple of years after the diagnosis. Not always the case, but that's generally what you see. Sleep disorders. Major problem with people with Lewy body. Almost like having a baby, up and down all day and night. Of course, I've said in the other diseases of dementia, depression. I think we would all be depressed with any type of memory loss. They also have a very high level of anxiety. Agitation, again, I think we would all be agitated if people are telling us our memory is not right or telling us what to do and when to do it. Another little unique piece of the symptoms of Lewy body is paranoia, and they are very paranoid. And last, another unique symptom of Lewy body is visual hallucinations. They may tell you that somebody's in the house and they're sitting next to them and having a conversation. They may tell you they've seen their father who has been passed for many years. They may tell you somebody came in and robbed the house last night. And they truly believe that they are seeing people, they're seeing events. This is a real symptom of Lewy body. I hope you enjoyed today's educational moment. Please check back next week for information about another form of dementia. Thanks for watching my video. Please share with your friends and family. And if you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, I sure would appreciate it if you would do that. Thank you.